God dang it. That shit came on a little too quick. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Fucking shit. Shit. All right. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I decided to have a certain conversation today because I was on somebody's live the other day. Wonderful person. I'm not trying to knock them. I'm not talking shit. Let's just make that clear. I'm not talking shit. Yo, what up, Ant? What up, Young? I'm not talking shit. Everybody hit that like button, please. But I was on somebody's live the other day. What's up, Chirac? And I'm starting to understand that one of the biggest problems that we have in America really isn't white people. It really isn't white supremacy. It's not one of the biggest problems. What's up, Unchallenged? Yeah, I might shave. I was thinking about shaving. It's not one of the biggest problems that we have in America. One of the biggest problems that I believe that we have in America is Black people. You got it. I think one of the biggest problems that Black people have in America is Black people. Now, I'm going to let everybody that's closed-minded leave, and then I'm going to continue. Okay, because I know that if I just come out and say things, people are going to ask a million fucking questions. I already know it. If I just come out and say this, and that, there's going to be a million questions asked, and I'm not going to be able to get anywhere. Good morning, Miss Mahogany. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain my position and points as I go. So I'm going to slow walk it. If anybody ever watches any of my videos, and they say, well, why didn't he get to the topic of the video until the last 3 minutes of the damn video? That's because I'm usually doing a lot of explaining. So when I tell you what I think, or when I tell you my opinion on whatever the issue is, you're not lost. Now, people that just want to come into a video and they want to hear everything like right off the rip, this is, okay, I'm not for millennials. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm not for millennials. I'm not for people who need instant gratification. I'm for people that want that long-term relationship. I'm for that. I'm not for instant gratification. All right, so let me get into it real quick. So I was on somebody's channel the other day, and they was having a conversation. And one of their big points is that the problem with Black people is they need to try harder. Tell you a quick story. What's up, Miss Prada? What's up, Wakanda? I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I used to work for this company called Flat Rate. They're basically the biggest moving company in the tri-state area. What up, Terrence? What up, Vice? They're the biggest moving company in the tri-state area. Okay? God damn it, phone. Stop going off on shit. All right. Hold on. I want to show y'all a picture of the damn thing so y'all can know. Anybody that don't know who I'm talking about can know who I'm talking about. But my phone is just doing everything else other than the thing I'm trying to do. These guys. They're the biggest moving company in the tri-state area. I worked for those guys for about 2 years. About 2 years. While I was working for those guys, I tried harder. I was one of the most competent and best workers that the company have. But you say, well, anybody would say that about themselves. Well, I was getting employee of the month back-to-back months. I actually had to ask them to stop giving it to me because I started getting a lot of flack from other coworkers. I was actually getting employee of the month. What up, Kiki? KK? I was getting employee of the month back-to-back months. Yeah, drive safely, young. Right? So now it was time that they needed foremen, right? Shout out to the UK. What up, Angel? So it came to a point where they needed foremen. Do you know what the motherfuckers did? What up, Ruby? They put out a ad talking about how they needed new foremen. And then when they got people to come in to be new foremen, you want to know what they did next? They wanted me to train them to be fucking foremen after I already took the test to be a foreman and passed. What's up, Genuinely? What's up, Gibbs? I took the test to be a foreman, passed it. Flying fucking colors. I already was working for the company for about a year. What did they do? They wanted to go find new people to bring in and be foremen. And out of the 6 to 7 new people that they brought in to be a foreman, only one of them was black. I worked at a company that didn't allow they would only allow a certain number of black people to be a foreman at any given time. So if they already had like 4 black foremen, that was it. So when I hear people say you just gotta try harder, I'm like, we still gotta live in reality. Flat rate moving and storage. Whatever the fuck they call themselves. I had to quit in order to get a raise. I mean, in order to get a promotion. What's up, Jason? I went into the office and I told them niggas don't call me no more unless it's to be a foreman. Then I went home for a week until they decided to call me to be a fucking foreman. I didn't get no position because I was good enough. I've been good enough. So when I hear black people say, you just gotta try harder. Appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Prater. Unchallenged says, I relate. Been deep in the music scene in Buffalo, New York for years. I got accolades for barely trying when others were struggling. The hate, the blackballing I got and still get sick due to trying. So when I hear people say, you just got to try harder, that's Sambo type of language. You know what it is? I'm not even all the way to the crux of what I'm talking about yet, so I'm going to slow down a little. I'm not using that mic right now, Ruby. I'm using a different mic. I'm using a different mic right now, Ruby. The mic that I need the wind protection for is a different mic. Thank you for asking. You see, the biggest problem we have in America, black people have in America, is other black people. Because when I was going through those struggles at that place, instead of motherfuckers standing behind me and helping to push me and saying, yo, this shit ain't right. You know what they did? That's your problem. Now, with that being said, I don't want nobody to put their job on the line, all right? Let's be clear on this. I made my own stand for my own self. I'm my own man. I went, left for a week. The motherfuckers didn't think I was serious. Then what happened? They called me up. Why? Because first of all, they needed me to train the other motherfucking people that they wanted to be foremen. They were going to use me, this company. It's not a black-owned company. It's like Israelis or something. They were going to use, and I'm not saying that to be anti-Semitic or racist in no way. I'm saying literally, I think Israelis own the company. It's factual, not racist. They were going to use me to train people for the job I wanted. Now, I don't understand who else have ever had to go through that for months, training other motherfuckers for the job you want. So that means that the company knows you could do the job. The company knows. Because if the company didn't think you could do the job, they wouldn't have you training other motherfuckers. Well, we're not talking about lawyers and judges right now, Mr. Rio. That's how they do us. So when I hear black people say, other blacks just got to work harder. That just, no, depending on the type of person you are, that makes me question a lot of shit about you. Ain't nobody said nothing worth blocking, yo. I haven't seen anybody say anything worth blocking. Hold on 1 second, yo. Now, are there some black people that thinks that things should be handed to them? Hell, there's some white people that think that things should be handed to them. There's some people of every motherfucking every motherfucking ethnicity that you could think about that thinks that things deserve to be handed to them. What I don't like is people like to say that act like blacks are the only one with this issue, and therefore they don't deserve to have anything. That's my issue. I'm gonna tell you another story. What's up, Shaniqua? I used to work for my brother, my blood brother, same mother, same father. He's the oldest of us. Just because we're clear, I just explained how people who are not your people treat you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what all of that was about, me talking about that job. What's up, Blair? What's up, Rich? People who are not your people, this is how they'll treat you. And then your people won't come help the situation. I did what I had to do. I came out on top. I know my value. I know my worth. Period. Venetians. So now I'm going to explain to you how your own fucking people do you. All right? I used to work for my brother, my oldest brother. What up, Tone Cone? Yo, that shit look dope. Yo, everybody look at Tone Cone's avatar. He made some BBN shirts. I'm definitely gonna have to link up with you, Tone. I know I haven't lately, but I just got some personal shit going on. So I used to work for my brother, right? Blood brother, same mother, same father. The oldest, he is, not me. My brother doesn't believe in promoting his family at all. Not only that, my brother believes that whenever he has his family working for him, he has to galvanize the rest of the workers to make the people in his family's life more difficult. Facts. I'm not exaggerating or nothing. These are facts. So I'm not just saying he's doing this to me. I'm saying that he just does this. And I lost my watch. I have no idea where I lost my watch. I'm looking around like I'm about to see it. That's how he is, right? Don't care. Yo, can y'all hit that like button for me, please? We got 32 people up here. We can get it to 25. Copy, Tone. I'm trying to get to you today. So it's real funny, Rich. I wear my watch less for time and more for because I'm a fucking grown ass man and I should have a watch on my wrist. I got the time on my phone. Anyway, so good morning, KD. So my brother, I used to work for him, and his workers, some of them, not all of them, his workers will come to me and tell me, yo, my brother told you to do, your brother told me to talk to you like this. And my brother told me your brother told me to do this to you and do that to you to like fuck up your day. Yo, you a cool nigga. Why would he tell me to do this shit? So when the first one comes to me, I don't think nothing of it. When the second one comes to me, I'm like, this might be a problem. When the eighth one came to me, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? My brother was literally telling everyone that was coming to work with me everything that they can do, like telling them everything that happened to me when I was a child, like any problem I've ever had when I was a kid, any problem I've ever had when I was a teenager, any problem I've ever had when I was an adult, anything that he could think of in their brains for them to come and fuck with me all day about. And then when I confronted him on this bullshit and said, yo, why would you do that? He said, because you're not special. The issue that my brother literally had with me is I feel good about myself. Yeah, he was gaslighting. Absolutely. He was trying to use other people to gaslight me. Absolutely. No, never did nothing to. I've never done nothing to this guy. We're like, how old is he now? We're damn near, we're over 10 years apart. We're about 10 years apart. I've never done anything to this guy. He's definitely a sociopath. That's facts. I'm gonna call you Double O. It's facts. He's definitely a sociopath. So my point is the biggest problem that black people have is other black people. Gaslighting is when somebody tries to convince the same person that they're crazy by doing shit to them. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody, I used to date this chick, right? And she said the same thing. She was like, your brother is jealous of you. Like, why is he jealous of you? She used to ask me that. She said that a couple of times, like asking other people, asking me, why is your brother jealous of you? I have no idea and I don't care. But I don't know what that sounds like other than that. But that's not the point that we're on. The point that we're on is black people. It's like, yeah, that is crazy. That's absolutely insanity. That's absolutely insanity. He has a good job. He employs other people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, good thing you made it to work, young. Appreciate that. Stay alive. But we, and when I say we, I don't mean people of color. I mean, us sane people, whether you're a person of color, whether you're Caucasian, us sane people need to stick the fuck together. Because niggas out here don't want to see you succeed strictly based off of your color or who you are. They think that you should be under their foot. That's my brother's situation, I think, personally. I think that he thinks I should be under his foot. And because I'm my own person, and because I refuse to have a motherfucker tell me what I can and can't do, he has an issue with me. Appreciate you, Aunt. No, he's not as articulate as me, and he knows it, and he says it all the time. I have a pretty high IQ. I just learned the other day that my IQ is higher than Kanye's West, so I don't know how I feel about that. I had to go get an IQ test, which I found out good things about, by the way, y'all. It was good things that I found out about when I went and took the IQ test. This is just on another subject real quick. I had to go take an IQ test because I was gonna go get this thing called a KSAC. Y'all can look this up. I was gonna go get this thing called a KSAC, and you had to go get an IQ test to do it, and I passed the shit with flying colors, like super flying colors. Like I passed it with my IQ was high enough that there's usually like another thing that they make you do in the beginning. They told me I didn't have to do that shit. I could move straight into going to get it. So I have a pretty high IQ, and I'm sane, so that's all good. Appreciate you, Young. No, he's not a genius. I'm just saying it was no 137. That's high as shit. Appreciate you, Young. Always love the donation. Y'all guys are the best, and Young are the best. That's why y'all probably see their names sponsoring a lot of videos. These guys literally donate damn me every day. Appreciate that, Unchallenged. No, Kanye has a mental disorder, and I believe that his mental disorder was created after he got in the industry. But that's a whole nother conversation that we're not presently on. Appreciate you, Double O. What's up, Diamond Baby? He did not create the moonwalk. I'm sorry about that, Diamond Baby, but I live in the Bronx, and I'm telling you firsthand that I saw the moonwalk years before he did it on TV. But he did the moonwalk the best. So if that's what you're trying to say, that is facts. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do the moonwalk as well as he did. Appreciate you, Aunt. Yeah, he didn't create the moonwalk, but he did it the best. He brought he brought the moonwalk to a greater, wider audience. Of course, he's petty. All right, so let me get back to what I was talking about. Yo, we got 39 people in here, man. We could get to 30 likes. Cause y'all hit that like button? Shouldn't be hard to get to 30 likes. We got 39 people in here, yo. Anyway, so the first story was basically how other races treat us. You understand we're disposable. You understand what I'm saying? When I worked at that job where I did everything that I was supposed to do to be able to get a promotion, they know that I deserved the promotion. They were giving me a freaking employee of the month every other month. Literally, I got employee of the month like 3 times in like a 4-month period. They knew I was a good worker. It wasn't even as of question. Then they used me to train up new foremen. And when I say new foremen, I don't mean people that came in, wasn't foreman for a little while, and they needed a brush up. I'm talking about they sent me out with people when it was on their first day of ever working at the company. You understand what I'm saying? And then they told those people to just watch me. What up, Sav? Did I say good morning, KD? What up, KD? Then they told, what's up, Tada? Then they told those motherfuckers to watch me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how they was treating me. And then when I was working for my fucking brother, my oldest brother, somebody who's supposed to love me, his whole entire way of doing business was to attempt to hold me down. Appreciate you, Rich, Blair Rich. You're the man, my brother. I always appreciate all donations that come into the channel. I can't tell you, that's not a lie. When I worked for my brother, his whole thing was trying to hold me down, was trying to suppress me, was trying to create an atmosphere that were a hostile, trying to force me to work in a hostile environment. For everybody that don't know, that is absolutely 100% a way that you can send somebody crazy, causing for them to work or live in a hostile environment. You can send the most sane, rational person crazy. Literally, this is stuff you can look up, yo. This is stuff you can look up. This is like, I'm not bullshitting you. So my own brother, my oldest brother, my own brother was trying to get other people to send me crazy. That's fucking retarded. He's fucked up, yo. No, he's doing well. My point is, see, that's my point. He didn't even need, see, that's the whole point about the story I'm trying to explain about my brother. Besides the fact that I'm his brother and he should never want to do those type of things to me. No, I was never close with him. That's how can you be close with somebody that thinks stuff like that? Okay, that's not fair. We used to hang out, right? A lot. And one day me and him was sitting in the car and he told me that the only way that he could hire me or give me a promotion at his company was if I put him before God and put him before any of my children. Like if I have one daughter, but I have to put him before everyone. Like I got to put him before God. After he told me that, me and him, we drifted apart. Morning, KD. Seriously. Hand to the Most High. He told me I had to put him before God. He said he don't care if one of his workers, like children, is in the hospital. Like, seriously, this is what he told me. Told me that he don't care if one of his workers' children is in the hospital. He could deny this shit all he wants. See, this is how lies work, right? Let's see, me and you had a conversation, right? You know exactly what I said. I know exactly what you said. So now it gets out and other people know what happened. You could lie to them all you want about what you said. Whatever, nigga. But I was there. You can't lie to me about what happened. I experienced it. And because of the person that I am, I don't give a fuck what anybody else believes. So everybody in the world could believe whatever craziness you say happened. Whatever, as long as that shit don't put me in jail, as long as that shit don't stop my bag, I don't give a fuck. Them niggas can follow you. All I do is make me think that them niggas, I can't deal with them either. Y'all believe something that I know is an obvious lie. That means that every single thing else that you ever tell me, I can't have no faith in. I can't have no faith in anything else you tell me. Zero that you tell me, because you believe something that I know to be a lie. So that means that to me, anybody could have told you anything and you'll just believe that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I operate. If I know for a fact that somebody is lying and somebody else is believing the lie that they're telling them, I don't deal with them. I don't deal with them neither. That's why people keep asking about, like when y'all used to ask about my next door neighbor and shit, the brown skin girl, and I'd be like, well, she talks to my landlord, and I know for a fact that that nigga crazy, lying, and he an alcoholic. So she talked to that nigga. So hell no, I don't want nothing to do with her. She cute as shit, all that. But I mean, at the end of the day, nah. I'm actually a Sagittarius. Yeah. I've seen his wife straight, and I'm not trying to talk bad about her. I'm stating this is a matter of fact. Of fact. I'm not trying to talk bad of her. I'm saying something that is a fact. I seen his wife straight up lie about me to someone while I was standing right there. You think I would ever trust anything these people say? Fuck them. Fuck them. Seriously. Yeah, somebody, my dude, if anybody ever, okay, this is the best advice that I could, this is the best advice. We already have a C. Oh, what up, Cece? This is the best advice that I can ever give to anyone. If you see somebody lie on you to your face, to another individual, you know they lying, they know that they're lying. You must never deal with this person again. Because imagine what they're saying when you're not around. Imagine. I don't give a fuck if my brother's watching. What the fuck did he do to me? Get angry? Call our parents? Tell me to stop? Fuck him. How about that? You nigga. Black people are our own worst enemy. And it's not because we mean each other harm for the most part. It's because we don't stick together, and it's because the way that white supremacy is set up, only a certain amount of us feel, wait, pardon, bring it back. And because of the way that white supremacy is set up, it's like only a certain amount of us can succeed is the way that some of us feels. So some of us spend an inordinate amount of time holding other blacks down because they feel that if they rise up, then they'll lose their position. So when I'm on this person's live, who I like, by the way, cool person. So when I'm on this, and the person is a person of color. So when I'm on this person's live and I hear them say, blacks just need to try harder. One, I'm thinking you've never had a real job. That's the first thing I'm thinking. You've never been out in the workplace. Just never. You couldn't have possibly have been out in the workplace. No disrespect to the person, but you've never worked a day in your life. Not a real job. I know teenagers that can straight up tell you that shit ain't true because they've been working since they've been like 14, 15. And they probably 18, 19 now. Like, that shit is not true. Two, you have an extremely small group of friends, and most of them are not black. Three, that is an elitist mentality. Four, you are part of the problem. Any black that says, well, only way blacks is the reason why blacks don't make it is because they don't try hard enough. You are part of the problem. Remember Elvis Presley? Remember Elvis Presley? Elvis Presley. Remember Elvis Presley? What some of y'all might not know is Elvis Presley, before television and people started seeing him on like the Tonight shows and everything like that, people thought he was black. People believed Elvis Presley was black. People didn't know Elvis Presley wasn't black until he went on like some television program show. And then it was absolutely, not everybody, but a majority of people, then it was absolutely surprised. But people thought Elvis Presley was black. Think about that for a minute. Elvis Presley was doing the same music that black people was doing. That's why they thought he was black. Exactly. I don't know if anybody's going to get what I'm trying to say, so I'll just flat out say it. Elvis Presley didn't become as big as Elvis Presley came because his music was good. Because his music was the same music other motherfuckers was putting out that was probably even better than the music he was putting out. Elvis Presley rose to the ranks that he rose to because he was white. I can't argue that point. And I can't argue that point. And says just like M. I can't argue that point. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Because Royce the 5'9", in my opinion, is better than Eminem. And I've always said I think Royce is better than Eminem. I like Eminem. I think Royce the 5'9" is better. So when I hear people say blacks just gotta try harder, when I hear black people say that blacks just gotta try harder, because somebody that's not black, I'm like, whatever, like, okay, I get it. I'm about to say something else that a lot of people might not know. And I didn't know that more people didn't know this. You know, when America signs these treaties with these other countries, they usually has immigration policies in it, right? That they're going to allow a certain amount of people from that country to come to this country every year. But it's not just that. And when I say come to the country, I mean on visas to either live or to work or whatever the case might be. But it's not just that. When these people come over from these other countries, they get grants. Not all of them, but some of them get grants. They get grants to open up businesses in certain places. And then the ones that don't get grants get jobs working for them. So when I hear people say, well, these American blacks always want a handout. And without a shadow of a doubt, white people are on public assistance at a larger number of white people on a public assistance in America. So I don't know what they're talking about. And without a shadow of a doubt, you got people coming from China. You got people coming from all different types of other countries coming the fuck over here and then getting grants to open up businesses, which they open up a good deal of the time in minority communities. You can't then try to tell me that blacks ain't trying. First of all, the majority of athletes in America is black people. They're the majority of the best athletes. How are you telling me that blacks aren't trying? You think it's easier? You think it's easier to go out there and work out on your body 4 or 5 hours a day, every day, than it is to study? I mean, it could be an argument made for either which one. But I'm saying they both are difficult for different reasons. So I don't want to hear blacks ain't trying. I don't want to hear that blacks just want to have shit handed to them. You know how difficult it is to be a fucking football player? I used to play football. You don't, for people that don't play football, you don't understand how much exercise, working out a person has to do to be able to play a fucking game for 2 hours a week. Seriously. You don't understand how much working out and exercising you got to do to play a game for 2 fucking hours a whole week. So when I hear blacks ain't trying, check this out. What's up, Zeke? No, you are correct. I don't want to make this about, I don't want to single out a certain demographic and talk about them, because I don't want YouTube to think that I'm doing hate speech. But it is factual. This is a fact that Jewish people in New York City do actually have like the highest Section 8 percentage. That's like, I think that's an actual fact. But I'm not trying to do hate speech. Nobody ain't blaming others. You don't get what I'm saying. You know how many other people, oh, not me, copy. You know how many other people have gotten reparations for the damage that has been done to them on this planet? Black people ain't never get reparations. Actually, we're told that even if we want reparations, why do we want a handout? I don't think nobody said that when a whole entire country was handed to a different race of people. A different race of people, their reparations was a whole entire country. Black people can't even ask for 40 acres and a mule. Because if we do that, we want a handout. Once again, I explained, and I'm agreeing with you, Tada. Once again, I explained. When you work for other people, it's not that they want to hold you down some of the times. They just want you to help others excel. They want black people to be everybody's Magic Johnson. They want us to help make other people better. And a lot of times when you work for your own people, even when they're blood relatives, they want to keep you down and suppress you and hold you back so you don't achieve everything that you can achieve for whatever their personal reasons might be. Excuse me, Maurice, but black people don't seem to know how to move as a unit, as a community. And that's basically what we're talking about here. Do you know about black people being able to move as a community? And if you troll, motherfucker, no, Democrats want us to stay subservient. See, this is why it kills me when people talk about how they're Democrats or about how terrible the Republicans are. All of them niggas is terrible. All right? Democrats, Republicans, all of them niggas is terrible. The Republicans do bullshit to us, so we need help. And then the Democrats don't ever teach us how to fish, but they give us fish. I'm about teaching niggas how to fish. I'm about teaching niggas how to fish. Wait, who's hating on CC's family? Oh, copy. I got you. I was just fucking, I was fucking blind for a minute, CC. Okay, so Maurice says, then I'm 34 years old. I know a lot about it, bro. I'm living just fine, doing just fine. Not a fact. Anytime I ever had the misfortune by men that look like me, not the other way around. Sorry. Okay. You see what you just said in that sentence? Let's just before we go any further, Mr. Hoover, you're 34 years old. Then you said I know a lot. Then you said I'm living just fine. Then you said I ever. Does anybody know what I'm going to point out yet? Does anybody know what I'm going to point out yet? Does anybody know what I'm going to point out yet? It's all about him. What I'm trying to say is, yes, we should worry about ourselves. Don't get this confused. But at the same time, we have to work together. And if we don't work together, how can we save ourselves? Mr. Hoover says, we'll tell black folks where they need to go to get a job and stop calling them niggas because they're not darker skin color. First of all, Mr. Hoover, just so we could be clear on this, I am always telling black folks where they can go get jobs. I don't know anybody that follows me currently that doesn't have work or that complains that they don't have work. But me as an individual, I am always trying to tell black folks where they could go get jobs from. So no, because his mind is that he's doing well, so fuck everybody else. That's in his mind, and he got the right to think that. Just so we're clear, you 100% got the right to think, well, I'm doing good. Fuck every other black person. Them niggas could go eat a dick. You have a right to think that. Just so we're clear. And that's his position. Often niggas are lazy. Often white people are lazy. Have you ever lived in, I've lived in Tennessee. I've lived in Georgia. I've lived places, I live places where the majority of the people there are white. And I'm letting you know, there's just as many white people as many, there's probably more lazy white people than there are lazy of any other people. No, my point is that you can't act like everything is black people. Everything ain't black people. That's why the first analogy that I talked about, the first situation that nah, my dude, I believe, wait, hold on. Let's just get this straight. Mr. Hoover, I think you have a right to believe whatever you want to believe. Seriously. I do. I'm not just saying that. I think you have a right to believe whatever you want to believe. You believe that since you're at wherever you at in your life and you're happy with it and you're doing well, right? This is what you believe. So, you know, all those I's you said, it was never about we, it was never about the community, it was never about helping others. Everything that you said was basically based off of you and that you're doing well, so whatever. And now I have a client coming in, so you had to also then let us know just how high you are on this, I don't want to say spectrum because that some people take that as something else, but how high you are on in the economic field or whatever the case might be. So you wanted us to know for whatever your reason is. And just so you know, there's people in here that they like act on TV for a living. Just so you're clear. So I'm pretty sure you are not the most highest paid person that be in this chat. Just so we're clear. I'm sorry to just expose that to you real quick. And how do I know this? because I speak with some of these people on the phone. So when I tell you that there's people in here right now that I know for a fact make a lot more than $100,000 a year, I'm just saying. So my point is this: you have a right to believe whatever you want to believe, my nigga. Whatever it is that you want to believe, you have a right to believe that shit. But don't act like that's not what you're saying. Don't be in here talking about, well, black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Black people need to do this. Black people need to do that. Also be saying, I did all this stuff by myself and I don't really care if anybody else is going to succeed. And also be saying, I don't know what black people problem are. I mean, realistically, listen to what you're saying. Thank you. KD says that's the problem with black people. Everyone for themselves. We are more powerful together. Look at these other cultures. Every other fucking culture sticks together except for American blacks. Even African blacks stick together. That's how come they come in this country by their right. By their right. They come in this country and they do well for themselves and their family because they stick together. China, people from China come over here, stick together, do well for themselves. Mexicans come over here, hated as shit for whatever the reason is. I don't know why. Stick together, do well for themselves. Blacks in America, well, I got my job, I got my money, I got my $100,000 clients coming in. Eat a dick. What you mean? Explain yourself. What you mean by that? Who's asked that? Shaniqua, explain what you mean. Call-ins are usually reserved for people who donate to the channel, and people, as you can see, people with the blue names, those are usually the only people that are even allowed to call in. There are a couple of others. They just have not been made moderators, but they actually donate to the channel. Oh, just so we're clear, because I know Africans. I live in New York City. I know a lot of Africans. A lot of Africans don't like blacks. A lot of Africans do not like American blacks. I just want to say that, Lady Blue Collar. Yeah, we have people in here that donate every week. So it don't make sense. Like, they need to. What's up? I don't know what to call this guy. I'm not calling him that name though. I think we kicked him before. He might be another channel. That's why I can't kick him for good. Because for the same reasons that I just said, why a lot of Africans think American blacks are lazy. Because they come here, they get all type of different fucking benefits from the country. Some of them, they get all types of different benefits for the country. And they're looking at us like, why don't we get these same benefits? We are not of these same benefits, not available for American blacks. That's what I'm trying to say. Now you good, Lady Blue Carter? You fine? Just because I say something to y'all and it might not be like what you want to hear, that doesn't mean I don't fuck with you. I don't think I've ever had a job that was like a real job, not me working some side shit, where I didn't get employee of the month and or get promoted. If I stayed at any job more than 3 months, I got a promotion. I'm hyper competent. I don't know no other way to put it. Yeah, Africans don't like blacks. A lot of Africans from Africa, they don't like American blacks. It is what it is. I'm not even mad at them. See, I don't got time to be upset over that. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, but y'all seen all of that shit that what's this dude name? What's that dude name? You see all that shit that Maurice Hoover dude was talking? All that shit Maurice Hoover dude was talking? That's how my brother sounds. He's all about him. He don't care about nobody else. Like, I don't care who you are. He don't care about nobody. I think like his daughter, other than his daughter, he don't care about nobody else. Everybody could eat a dick. Everybody could die. He don't care about nobody. That's my word. He don't care about no other human being. He acts like he do some of the time, but I've been in private conversations with him, and I'm letting you know right now, my brother, he doesn't care about nobody. We've always been saying help yourself. And I'm always trying to tell people to be self-motivated. And I'm always trying to tell people that you're going to make up what yourself, what you put into it. So that's basically what we talk about every day, Mr. Hoover. Am I lying? Hold on. Show of hands. Show of hands who here has heard me talk about we have to be self-motivated and do for ourselves. Show of hands. I want to know. I hate you, Ant. Get out of here. I am always talking about that. Go look at it. I got videos all over the place. Wait, man, listen to what you're saying. Not as told you to be self-made. You say you're supposed to help. That's laziness. You said we are lazy. No, once again, okay, this is what people do. And I'm not trying to knock you, Mr. Hoover, and I actually enjoy the conversation that we're having. But this is what people do. You say something, in order to prove themselves right, they take everything that you say out of context. I said blacks was lazy, right? But do y'all also remember me saying that whites were lazy? I said that too, didn't I? Then I also say every race has lazy people in it. I also said that too, right? But the only thing that he heard was blacks is lazy. And on top of that, the caveat, the top of the whatever, that whole topic that I was talking about, I said there are more white lazy people in America than black lazy people. But he heard none of this. He didn't hear any of this. Now imagine me and him having a conversation and it's only me and him. How can we talk if he's misrepresenting the words that are coming out of my mouth? How can we talk? How can we have a dialogue? I'm not even going to address the rest of the stuff that he said because obviously that doesn't hold any weight. Of course I'd be in trouble. He's flat out misrepresenting the things that I'm saying. Who else be in here when I talk about how every week I say we need to have a lazy day where we focus. I didn't block you. No. You said something and you got timed out. You said something. You said something and one of the admins timed you out. That's all, baby girl. You back. Check you later, Rich. Once again, I said all people are lazy. Once again, you make a comment like that's not representative of what I said. I appreciate you, CC. I'm always talking motivative stuff. Always. Every once a week, at the end of the morning coffee, I say we need to have a selfish day where we do nothing but focus on whatever goal we're trying to reach. No, I didn't tell you to eat a dick. I didn't tell you to eat a dick. You're telling other people to eat a dick. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's why you got timed out, because you said Tyrone's a hater. That's why you got timed out. It might happen again. I'm just going to let you know. I didn't tell you to eat a dick. I told you that but the things you're saying, you're basically telling other people to eat a dick. And also, Tyrone didn't time you out, baby girl, with somebody else. So. No, I don't think you're crazy. I think some of the things that you're saying might be crazy. How do I know if you're crazy? I don't know you. A crazy person could say something sane. You're going to miss so many boats and so many blessings if you listen to what I'm saying. I get you. But see, I have actual private conversations with motherfuckers on the phone sometimes. Sometimes motherfuckers call me up and just talk to me about shit. So I'm telling you without a shadow of a doubt, what you're saying is wrong. And I'm not going to call nobody out. But I'm saying without a shadow of a doubt, sir, what you're saying is wrong. No, they don't know that we uplift people in here. They don't know that we talk positive in here because they hear something, and because it's not in the same way, because they might be living contrary to whatever we're talking about, they don't understand our underlying I don't want to say motivations, but I'm going to say themes behind our conversations. So somebody that just come in and or just catch one or two shows, yeah, they can be misinterpreted. He doesn't get or understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, because to him, he's only seen me talk maybe once or twice. Everything has a deeper meaning. Thank you, CC. You see what he's talking about? He's only talking about the surface level things that I've addressed. He hasn't addressed boats. He hasn't addressed anything more than surface level stuff. That's it. And I haven't really said anything but so I really not went in. Y'all been in here with me before. I haven't went in yet. Stay in cold, black folk. Exactly. Thank you, Tada. See, when he first made his first comment, we could have just been like, yo, we just misinterpreting what he's saying. But then after he commented like 3 or 4 times, you get exactly where he's coming from. And just so we're clear, he has a right. Look, it is nobody's business what you think. The only person's business that it is what you think is yourself. It's not my business what you think. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. That's between you and whatever higher power you do or don't believe in. And obviously the higher power that actually exists. It's between y'all 3 or 2. Yeah, no late name calling, y'all. Please, let's not get nobody else timed out calling people names. We're adults in here. We don't do the child thing. People come in here acting like children. We kick them immediately just so y'all could be right. Just so y'all can understand. So when dude is talking all of this selfish stuff, you have to understand how many people you think around him is successful. He hasn't made no one successful. That guy, he's probably helped people or put people in a position to make him successful. But do you think that guy has made anybody successful? I'm going to tell you one of the realest things. One of the realest things Joe Budden said. Joe Budden said, when I get a bag, my niggas get a bag. Now, I don't know how I feel about people that don't like Joe Buddens. I'm not talking about as a rapper. Don't like him as a rapper. But now I don't know how I feel about people that be like, yo, fuck Joe. I don't know how I feel about them. The nigga Joe said, when I get a bag, my niggas get a bag. Think about why Joe Buddens got knocked off for Everyday Struggle. Because he went in to get a raise. You want to know the real reason why they didn't want to give Joe Buddens a raise? Because if they gave Joe Buddens a raise, they would have had to give the other 2 a raise also. That's why they didn't want to give Joe Buddens a raise. For everybody that doesn't know how work works. If they would have gave Joe Buddens a raise, they would have to give Ack and Modeska a raise. When Joe Buddens was talking about Eminem, the nigga said, yo, look at Jay-Z. He said, how many people have Jay-Z made rich? There's a fucking list of niggas that Jay-Z made rich. Or helped get rich. How many people has Eminem helped get rich? Eminem's people still running around looking like Bizarre. So when I hear dude come in here and talk that shit that he's talking, I'm like, you don't get it. I hope he's not black. I'm like, you don't get it. I want to be well off, but I do not want to be well off at the expense of my integrity, at the expense of who I am. Why you want me to block one night? I'm not blocking one night. Yeah. She passed away, but when she was still alive, she needed money to keep her house, and he did talk. Yep, Eminem absolutely did do that. I don't think he's talking to me, y'all. Ant, I don't think he's talking to me. Ant, he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the guy I was talking to, Ant. Oh, he was talking to you. Oh, all right. Whatever then. Yeah, I can't get down like that. Some motherfuckers, they'll sell their kids. They'll sell their parents. They'll sell their souls. They'll take a dick in the ass. I'm not doing none of those things. Appreciate you, Lady Blue. Also appreciate you, Unchallenged. I'm not doing none of those, zero of those things. Zero. You can always tell a sellout. Somebody that'll sell you out is the people who love using the word I. They're gonna sell you out. Remember when Joker walked in and they was all having that meeting, and the Joker walked in and he said, I know a rat when I see one. Remember that? I know a rat when I see one. That's my point. Everybody that's in here, I'm gonna be starting to shoot a web series next month. Next year, right? If any of y'all have any fam that live in New York, I'd be more than happy to let them be a part of the production. Anybody has any fam that live in New York, have any fam that even live in Jersey that could get here, have any fam that live in Connecticut that could get here, that are people who could be on time and people who can, I'll let them be a part of the production. Appreciate you, Art. Yeah, I already know, Ant. You know I fucks with you. I wouldn't be surprised if I come down there and shoot in your town. I plan on going to SUBCRIBE and shooting some of the episodes down there. I plan on doing some stuff. Nope, didn't get anything, Shaniqua. Sorry about it. Nope, it didn't come through. But anybody know anybody that lives in New York City I'm ready to when I start filming next year, it's gonna be next year in the spring sometime. Um, it's gonna be next year in the spring sometime. Anybody that knows anybody in New York City that wants to, I can always use people to just be in the production. You said PayPal? Oh, you're a new Patreon member. Appreciate you, Saniqua. No, I didn't get no PayPal though. Yes, I did get PayPal. Appreciate you, Saniqua. Yes, it came through. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't checking the right thing. Yeah, I got Patreon, but I haven't been putting any videos up. It's in the link is in the description. But if people want to like still like support me that way, y'all could go and y'all could just subscribe to the Patreon account. It's $1 a month. I gotta hopefully I want to talk with Miss Mahogany and see if she could run my what do you call that? Facebook page. Because I don't know shit about Facebook. I want Miss Mahogany to hopefully run my Facebook page. Link is in the description of all videos. The link to everything is in the description of all videos. Yeah, but I don't got that many videos up there. But I am gonna, you know what? I think I'm gonna put the rest of a certain, I don't know, videos that I prefer not to be on YouTube. I'm gonna probably start putting on Patreon. I gotta start going to do that. But I am gonna be starting. Just let me know. Yes, they do take 30% of Super Chat, but also when y'all donate here for YouTube to take that 30%, YouTube also pushes my channel. So yes, they take 30% of Super Chat, but that means they're making money off of my channel, making money off of the lives, making money off of my channel, period. And it's in their best interest if they're making money off of the channel to help me get. All right, I got you next, Aunt, to help me get more subs and to get more visibility. So that's another reason why for only having 20,000, 23,000 of us in our community, you'll see a lot of my videos go up to like 100,000 in views, 90,000 in views, 80,000 in views, because YouTube pushes the channel because you guys donate here. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate y'all. Yeah, you could say whatever you want on fucking Patreon. You are a funny nigga, and you are really hilarious. Yeah, look, I'm gonna have to let y'all go. I need to unwind for a little while. I need to decompress. Let's not be that nigga. You know who that nigga is. The nigga that needs something to give something. The nigga that don't want to fuck with people that can't help further his agenda. Let's not be that nigga. Let's not be the nigga that use I all the time. So you know what we're gonna do today? Today, in every conversation that we get into, every time we talk to somebody else, let's not use I, let's use we. That's what we're gonna do for today. In every single conversation that we have with another individual, and we're about to say I, let's say we. That's gonna help change our mindset at life. We need to change our mindset. We need to figure out ways to build our own personal teams. Because just so we're clear, you guys are my team. Everybody that shows up religiously, if you want to use that word, to these conversations. Because that's what we have here. We have conversations here. I don't conduct my life like most other people conduct their lives. We have conversation. And for everybody that comes religiously to these conversations, y'all part of my team. Whether you are admin or not, you part of the team. Today, there's no I. There's only we. All right? what we are going to do, how we are going to succeed, how we are going to do better. Weakness isn't needing help. It's weak to need help, not ask or accept it, and that be the reason for your failure. That's weak. Weakness is also not assisting, or should I say, assisting others is also not weakness. That's not weakness. It's called compassion. The individual that came in here and was talking, Mr. Hoover, no compassion. No empathy. He's just an automaton. He's so deeply programmed that, he's going to fight for his right to keep everything to himself. And that's okay. Because the Most High put people here like that as an example to the rest of us. You could be successful. But at what price? Today it's about we, not I. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this one. I'm out.